Hello everybody, welcome back. Mr. Obviously Insane here with compilation video number 4, my 30-day challenge. We are halfway through, and we have another 5 games for you guys. The streams were a little bit shorter this week, so some of these might be a little bit shorter than usual, but that's not a big problem. What is our spoilers? So you're probably gonna see some of those, maybe? Possibly? Probably? But it's just incoming spoilers. Day 16, so let me check out Deadpool. Now, this game was something that I've been looking forward to sort of playing, but unfortunately, if you don't already own it, you can't really go out and get it. Steam, as of November 2017, no longer is selling it, so I will probably do a playthrough sometime after the 30-day challenge. But as you may notice, we're just past that halfway point, so there's still quite a few games left to do in the 30-day challenge, and I really had a lot of fun playing this, so I am kind of looking forward to doing a playthrough. So I sort of cut out a lot of the stuff that you'll want to see in that, but I did kind of leave in bits and pieces to sort of tease you guys, and there is a lot of combat. This and Nier Automata, why do I always have to pause when saying that? Were 2 games that so far have been really high on my enjoyment level, and I didn't think that they kind of would be. Deadpool I'm a little biased, I guess, towards. I loved the movies. Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. To me, it just seemed like he was the perfect fit for this character, and when they sort of didn't really do it right the first time, I was kind of glad that it not only got the first movie, but the second one, and I'm a little disappointed. Hopefully it's just around licensing for this, that they can maybe bring it back and get us another game, because that would be cool, I think. But you're Deadpool, so you can't really die. But if you take too much damage, you will. So, I mean, at times you will see that it looks like I have no suit, and then I go right back to, like, having a perfectly good suit. Probably died. Died quite a bit playing this game, but because of its hilarity, I really didn't mind, to be perfectly honest. It was quite hilarious to just try to figure out how to get through things. Now, you might be saying, what's with all the teleporting? It's part of the mechanics that actually save your life. So, well, at times it was a little hard to sort of figure out when and where best to use it. It's definitely one of those things that it made the whole combat mechanic fun, as opposed to just really combo based and kind of gimmicky. Actually being able to disappear and reappear as per the character's traits, it just really added to the whole depth of the game, at least for me in the time that I had played it. But like I said, I'm not going to go too far into this. I don't want to spoil a lot of the game for you guys, because I did mention there was a lot of combat as we make our way through this hotel up towards the penthouse. I forget really what the whole mission was around. I know we can't kill the guy, if I recall correctly. But one thing I did enjoy was if you did tuck yourself into a corner or out of the way of danger, it replenished your health, so you don't have to go run around looking for health bars and or health packs and things like that. But in true Deadpool fashion, you can kill the bad guys in several different ways. This was a large sort of puzzle, kind of get up to the roof type thing, which there wasn't enough time to sneak around, but I do like the stealth kills that they offer. They're humorous with his sneaky kind of walk. These guys were being a pain, so we just grenaded them. Yeah, that's right. You take that. There is more to the roof scene here, but just for time, I kind of take it out. Like I said, I don't think we're supposed to kill the dude, which seems a little ironic because we do a lot of killing just to get up there, but I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to, or we don't. He's in his little safe house thing, so probably gonna leave it here after this, but I will see you guys in the next one. Day 17, and I checked out Rust. Now this game was recommended to me because I like the survival games and crafting and stuff like that, but this game reminded me way too much of like a PUBG or a Fortnite, in the sense that you can be killed by other people at any time for absolutely no reason, which in a survival game, they're already hard enough as it is, and that to me just didn't really make much sense. So unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy this game too much. It might be something that you could do with a group of people, but on that single player aspect, I think I tried 4 different times. Didn't make it past the first day. Not because I didn't know what I was doing, although I couldn't figure out how to get stone. Twice I was killed by human players, and the rest of the times were by animals. I think one of the times is the animals in this one. And I believe it's actually coming up here right away. Because I didn't play very long. It kind of got frustrating doing the exact same thing over and over again to just be killed before you even have a chance to sort of get yourself established, because it puts you right up against people that have been doing this for quite a while, and I'd never checked out the game before, so it sort of made it a little difficult, and it definitely took away from any kind of enjoyment that I might have had in the game. But yeah, I started carrying a stick as my first weapon, because that was all I really got. And it apparently does nothing for your protection when it comes to a bear. So you will see me kill a chicken here right away, but don't worry, PETA. The bear world and the whole karma thing got you back, because we didn't last too much long after that. So we'll probably be heading on to day 18. Because like I said, I didn't really enjoy the game too much, didn't really play too much, and couldn't really get too far. But if you like the whole PUBG Fortnite thing, then this game might be for you. But definitely wasn't for me. And as you're about to see, we're going to get killed by a bear. But I will see you guys on day 18. Day 18 saw me check out a very simple, yet complicated game called Limbo, which is about a boy who is unsure about his sister's safety, so he enters, thus the title of the game, Limbo. And it sets you off on a little journey through the world where you have to solve puzzles and figure out sort of how to progress to that next part, I guess. You basically have to figure out how to get past each puzzle and progress further into the world. You're going to see this is all sort of one straight shot, but there were several deaths, and sometimes at times kind of frustrating. Not because the game is hard, mostly because sometimes the controls, because there are so few of them, and the fact that it's just black and white, no depth, just some of those things that it's like, color might have helped, but for me it really wasn't a drawback. In the game, I quite enjoyed. I was a little unsure what was going on here, and that was why. And I thought I was actually dead, but nope, turns out the game has a sense of humor and wants me to run around in a cocoon. So we did that and managed to narrowly, just narrowly, avoid that spider. And you see all these bodies, and there are eventually people that are kind of messing with you as you sort of go along. So it kind of made me really wonder, like, what is going on with this game? As this sort of, it tells you a story without actually using any sort of words, which really kind of sucked me in. And like I said, for its very simple nature, it was at times a kind of a complex game, because the puzzles can be pretty easy, but having to do them quickly or things like that, think on your feet, were a bit of a challenge. And that same old spider is still trying to mess with you. We got the final word on him, though. And some of the puzzles are like very, very simple. You see, like, you get through real quickly, and then at times you wonder, well, what's going on with that dude? And I figured that I needed that body, because traps. And this took me a while to sort of figure out how to get through. And eventually you use it to save yourself from the people that seem to be messing with you. I still haven't figured out why they're messing with me. Didn't get that far. I was kind of getting frustrated with dealing with those brain slug things. They limit your ability to move, and they really only allow you to jump. So you have to figure out what you need for that particular puzzle, and then do it without dying. And towards the end, I actually ran into another one of those things, and I couldn't really figure out at the time what I sort of needed to do, but as I was watching through with editing, I'm just like, oh my god, if only I had jumped, and we probably would have made it. Because I think it's literally that simple. I haven't gone back to check the game to see, but I feel like that's all we really needed to do, was kind of jump, because I don't think they like the natural light. But we are going to wrap this up and head on to day 19, so I will see you guys for that very shortly. Day 19 saw me check out Overcooked. Now, this game was extremely weird. Your two chefs, you control both of them, and you basically just create plate after plate to feed to customers, I think, at first, but the game shows you here a future boss that you might have to face, and it's also sort of like a tutorial in a sense of it gets you to understand what you need to do, but it kept telling me to like shift between and use them both, and it was really difficult. Plus you need to have it lined up before you can do it. It's simple, but it's complex, and it's one of these things that it's said that you could do this as like a single player, but this is definitely a multiplayer game for up to 4 people, and from the computer that you play it on, you should be able to use the mouse and keyboard for one person and, say, a controller for another. So it can actually be a pretty decent game for some people that maybe don't have a lot of online connections, or too many friends that they play games with online and stuff like that. So it was a little option for that. But in terms of games that are for me, this probably wasn't one of them. Each kitchen is almost like a puzzle, and it changes and moves as the time goes on, and you have to prepare all the top meals, or all the meals that are in the top corner, I should say, and they just constantly keep adding them as you try to make them, and you're supposed to shift between the 2 chefs and get all the tasks done to achieve 3 stars, I believe. Now, I wasn't able to get 3 stars on anything, unfortunately, but we did manage to get 2 stars on all the runs that I did. So for as difficult as it was, it can sort of be done, I guess, but it was definitely challenging trying to think of what you needed and have the right chef in the right position to sort of do that. And it wouldn't be as hard if the kitchens, I think, didn't move, so that's probably why they do that. But for me, it just made things way too difficult, and I really didn't enjoy myself when I played this game. So It's quirky, it's easy. If it's something that you might think you want to check out, it's something that I picked up free over on the Epic Launcher, so maybe check that out if you don't already. They drop a game every week. Day 20, see me check out the beautiful Banished. This game is 4 years old now, I believe, and it still looks absolutely amazing, plays absolutely amazing, and for me, it's just one of those games that I hadn't done it in a while, and I had said that I was going to do it, a long time ago when I had first started the channel, I believe. It was one of the series that I was working on when I lost it. My old computer, that was. And I really haven't just touched it since. We have a new computer. I had the 30-day challenge, and I figured I should check out this game again. I mean, the only real issue I think I sort of had was with the trader. He wouldn't give me any livestock. So maybe if there's something there that I was maybe missing that somebody knows, let me know. But other than that, I wasn't going for anything specific in terms of achievement-wise. I was more or less just trying to get familiar with the game again and see if I was able to survive those first few years, which we made it through, I think, 10 winters or so. Could be wrong on that number, but I feel like we had a pretty decent run, and if you're not careful with games like these, even the runs that are doing really well can go south on you in one winter. If you start losing too many of your population from starvation, cold, things like that. So I didn't do too bad. For the most part, like I said, I think we made it about 10 years. And another thing, just as like a piece of advice that I've sort of noticed with this game, through my time playing it, try not to build more houses than you actually need, and you can easily control your population through that. The kids won't actually move out, and if they can't move out, they won't reproduce, basically. So you definitely need to keep an eye on it. You don't want to hinder your population, but at the same time, you do want to be keeping an eye on it to make sure that when they do have enough people to move into another house or two, that you have the materials ready to do so, and you get it done. A lot of the game you spend gathering resources or changing the environment around you. One of the good things to build is the forester's cabin, I think. It's the one that allows you to replant trees. So it'll help you with your wood over time. And allow you to continually keep a supply going if you can keep it with workers, of course. But another thing with the foresters is I think it works with the gatherers' huts. It'll keep the forest sort of refreshed with like berries and things like that, but you want to be careful because the herbalist really needs the older trees, so you want to try to leave them enough space where you're not clear cutting and replanting in an area that you might be looking for your medicine and stuff like that. Which, in a game like this, it's basically put it wherever you want, so you kind of just sort of need to figure out which direction you kind of want to move in, how you sort of want to build the little town up as you go, and then, yeah, just pray. I love this game so much. Where are we at? Summer 5. Okay, I think I cut out some time too, but I think I made it about 10 years. I think that's an accurate guess. And, yeah, this is just a great way to sort of end the 5-day cycle. a game that for me doesn't really hold too many surprises. So after a few games we had played this week, it was a nice little change of pace to sort of slow things down and just get back to kind of building things and creating a community for, you know, people or whatever it is. This is what I really enjoy about games like this, is the building and the making of a society type of thing where your people are dependent on each other and your skills to sort of see them through to the end. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed. The next video should be out in a couple of days, and yeah, I hope you have enjoyed so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I do apologize that it has taken me a little longer to get these videos out. It just comes down to time for me, and it's been a bit of a struggle. But I do hope you are enjoying. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. And until next time, as always, guys, take care.